Hello, punters. Guess what sad day is? It is the first day of spring, and we're here to preview the card at Caulfield. Dicko, what's happening?
Well, Mark's pretty excited to really get into a fat card, and the racing is getting really, really good. It's tricky and tough, but the good horses are back.
Yep.
And hopefully the sun starts to come out, because it is miserable here at the moment.
You are a bit of a pasty fucker anyway, so...
I'm pasty.
Pot and kettle. Glass house is throwing stones.
Scott Darby over here.
I don't even know who Scott Darby is. I hope he knows who I am. Now listen...
Did he follow you on Instagram?
Yeah, I'm new to Instagram. As many of the Twitterati might know, I went down to Gippsland on the weekend, and I wouldn't say I put a dent in the local bream population, because I actually threw quite a few fish back. As people close to me know, I'm a conservationist. But
really?
We got 4 fish over 40 centimetres and didn't keep any of the 40 centimetre bream. I did kill quite a few between the 34 and 38 centimetre mark though, which have been vacuum sealed, filleted, and did have some in beer batter through the week, which was quite tasty.
Didn't bring any in tonight?
Well, I fed you. We come around when I had the snapper-a-thon. Nick Harrott come around and picked up 5 kilos of snapper, fed the family.
Yeah.
I filleted yours. He just wanted his whole, because he's, Lebanese and married a Greek woman, so it's, nothing went to waste. But it was actually a really good day. The Mountain Yard Mail...
yeah, that's what they do want to know about it.
The Mountain Yard Mail put me into a couple of winners.
A couple?
One of them I refused to back, which made me sick. Like, it got slaughtered.
So did you back Marius?
I backed Marius, yeah.
So you're off to a flyer. You're on the boat. Are you fishing at this point?
Yeah, well, what happened, we got down there, we went to the young members function on Thursday night at Caulfield. It was a bloody good function. And I said to my brother, I said, look, mate, we'll just, I'll get home about 10 o'clock, we'll be fresh, we'll get up early, we'll shoot down the highway here to Gippsland, it'll be three and a bit hours to Eagle Point. Pick up some beers and just normal shit. Anyway, I think we left the Tabaret about 1:30, and then we got home to my joint and drank all the spirits in the joint. Michael spewed in the shower about 8:30 in the morning when I woke him up. I'm glad I still got the medal. So we knew we didn't have to go to work, so we were a bit fucked up. we weren't in a real good way getting down there. So Friday night we went there, pumped some bait, bought some spider crabs and that, and just the fish were on after 4 o'clock. It was like one after the other, rods going off everywhere. And I said to him, well, shit, how good's tomorrow going to be? We'll just get up early in the morning, we'll go down there and we'll just kill them, sort of thing. So we got up at near Sparrows, because we were still sort of half hungover from the night before. Did not lose a bait in the morning session at all. So
to the non-fishers out there.
Yeah, we didn't catch a fish at all in the morning, and I was just like, what's going on? The system's just completely shut down. I'm like, look, let's just go back to the accommodation. We'll sit on the couch and we'll start betting. So I did back Marius when I was in the boat, and then by the time...
We started out at race 2, then race 3. I sent through Michelle Payne's horse on top.
Yeah, that was when I was a little bit sick, because usually at those odds I'm going to have something on them regardless, but I'm just like, there's not a hope in snowball's chance in hell that I'm going to donate any of my money to this. And like, to be honest, that horse must have a heap of ability, because she slaughtered it and still won. You can't say it was a good ride.
It must have been a hell of a training performance then, though.
100% it must have been a hell of a training performance.
So she can train?
No, I think the horse just won on natural ability.
Well, you just said she was a training performance.
Okay.
It was like natural ability. So she can find fast horses?
Yeah, she can find... It must be an Olingi. That's what it must be, because she can't train.
You just said she can train.
Oh,
she's found it.
Well, finding
the ride
horse
wasn't great.
The ride was hideous. If you owned that horse and she went to a Group 1 race and produced that, you'd be just like, righto, I don't know what to do. It's like she did ride one of my horses one day and had a substantial amount on it and did not follow any riding instructions whatsoever, and it won by a half head.
So that's where it comes from. That's
the bloke next to me had an absolute small fortune. Like, this horse we had, Beck said no credit, right? It won first up at Geelong on the synthetic and it went good. We bought it off Rick Lacey, and then second start Geelong synthetic, I said, this is just absolute living certainty. There's only one possible thing that could go wrong. I said, there's a jockey on top of it. And we said, look, stay out of trouble, get rolling around the turn, and make sure you're not in traffic. I think it was 4 back the fence on the inside, and the heavens opened up and it won by a nose up the inside rail.
So she got to win?
The horse won easy.
So the horse won, and
then
you're
it
still
won at Caulfield,
complaining.
and then it won at Caulfield next up. And
Look, I think you need to sort of reassess where you're at, because you've cost yourself money on the weekend, and if you take that approach to when you're building a book, you'll pay the fine. And look what Jonathan's gone out and bought. What a woman! I think she's fantastic for racing. She can find fast horses. She can train them, and she was good enough to get that horse over the line, despite probably not giving it the best ride.
Imagine if she was.
But I'll be taking one of these on course. I haven't bought a best bets in 6 or 7 months because I use puntingform.com.au religiously now. I will be taking this on course and trying to get it signed by the great girl. Do you want me to get that signed as well?
No, mate. No, I don't. I'll just use this because...
Don't want her to sign that?
Well, the good thing is I'm at the course, I can write notes in it, all the rest of it. It's a nice size booklet for me. Michelle Payne, if she could ride like Linda Meach or Jamie Carr, she could be anything. But
Linda walked on Shoka yesterday.
Anyway, so the Mountain Yacht Mail was good, so we paid for the trip and some easily. I did have a nice little win on Fat and R because Super 2 was in the race. It's not...
I did say back in both.
Yeah,
it was the biggest Mountain Yard Mail profit on turnover day we think we've ever had.
It's a bit of a cat Super 2, I think.
It knuckled heavily at the start.
Yeah, well anyway, Fat and R won, so that was good. I even did full victim. Me and my brother, I said, I can't, we're on holidays, we'll put some money into the quaddie. And he said, I'd just take the last leg one out. And I threw Fat and R or something else. Anyway, so we got the quaddie. Everything was really good. It paid well considering it paid $297, but we got a few bucks worth of it, for not a hell of a, not a big outlay. He said throw in Trap for Fools. I'm like, can't have that. And he goes, no, it'll lead. So he got that and he goes, oh, take these. I'm like, no, I'm taking Fat and R. Anyway, the good thing was we got the money. We're back here in one piece. There's a few fillets in the freezer, which is good. To back things up, the movers have...
Did you back Prepare to Win yesterday, Manny Omar?
Beg your pardon?
Prepare to Win, race 7, Sandown. $38 SP.
The problem with yesterday is because I took Friday off, I've actually been doing some...
Yeah, you've been snowed under for
I've been doing some work, which I got here late tonight, so this show might not actually get on air.
No, it will, because you're not uploading it. Drew will be.
That's true.
I will be.
But the moves have been all right. There was one there at Cranbourne on Sunday that loaded into Trilly. Jeez, it was stiff.
Oh.
It was stiff. So, I mean, it could...
I think we talked about on the review show. I don't know how that...
There's a few of them that could be... that could have just really turned... Like it... Well, movers, how's it going? Like, what's the whack up?
We're just under 20% profit on turnover for August, that's about what we'll finish on, with the futures bet in that.
Yep.
The Mountain Yard Mail... It's big this month. I think it's 40% plus for the month. So that is it for the month, because Saturday's a new month.
Yep.
We're fine. The movers is going at like 32% since last year.
So there's a bit doing. It's good.
There's still one spot if anyone wants it, but if you don't, I don't really care.
Podcast, new thing, podcasts. I believe there's a lot of winners tipped on that.
There's a couple tipped on Wednesday. It was a good start. I think the real fat will be in the Saturday morning podcast. Whereas, there's a bit of rain around. There's a 15 to 25k win predicted on Saturday, but you're kind of guessing right now. It could be a good 4, could be a soft 6. So each Saturday morning, we'll be doing a podcast, which I'll cover every race in Victoria. Pete will touch on races in Perth, and Drew will relay anything that Rob's sort of marked to find in the yard in Sydney. Righto, so there's a podcast. The franchise is growing. We're expanding. We've got another thing we're going to launch at the end of the week, probably on tomorrow.
Righto.
Which we're using tonight in our show, which helps us do form.
Yeah, the punting form stuff. Yep.
No, the trials.
Oh, hold on. Yes, sorry. Yes. Well,
I sent it to you this morning. It's pretty handy, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, look, it is good. There's for that sort of stuff, the trial. If you can get intricate details of the trial from someone who knows, it just saves you time, and and it is someone who knows, which is good.
Someone who's well connected and gets lots of access to everything you need.
I watched a number of those trials, and my thoughts were pretty similar to his, which is good. So Saturday, plenty happening, but as per usual, just the Mountain Yard Mail. As I said, I overlay it over a lot of things I do, because the bookmaking's obviously different to punting. I'll be there on Saturday doing my level best to put some money in the bag, because the last month or so bookmaking's been horrendous, but the saviour's been, I've been backing winners, which I don't like to say this, but Dicko's been looking after me. He's a good fella. I've been listening to him a bit.
Not all the time.
Not all the
Sweet
time.
Rocket.
But anyway.
Did you bet in that race?
No, because it was $1.50 favourite or something.
Yeah, I was just wondering. Did you lay it then?
I was sitting on the couch and I was like back nearest, and that was going all right. I'm like, look, we'll just watch this. It just confirmed that you still wanted to be close to the pace. I did watch that race, and I think the favourite might not have been entirely suited on the high speed.
Was Sweet Rocket suited?
Look, if Sweet Rocket goes to 1,000 guineas and she rides it, I hope it's odds on, so I can just get a small fortune out of it. The same amount of funding they put into the Flemington Grandstand, I can take out of it when it comes to that race. Now, right, what other shit have you got on your list of
We've got
stuff?
to go tweet of the week, something that you and I are pushing pretty hard. Tweet of the week.
Tweet of the week.
So, just before he buys up, because I can feel it coming. Hashtag TOTW and then @Vic Bookmaker. The best tweet of the week that's tagged him in it, and then hashtag TOTW. I'll give my money a mail to for free that weekend. Now, I'm nominating DK's, Dan Kelly's tweet about the fishing rod, the GIF, when Michelle Payne won for you. What have you got?
Oh, I don't actually give a shit about any of this. I just don't want to be tagging anything with Sarah Hanson-Young involved. Like, you just really,
So that's the sort of stuff I'm looking for.
Like, I preferred the one where it said Adam White, where he went to the supermarket and got the 2 litres of chocolate milk for 20 cents. Like, that's value. That's right up my alley.
But you had to drink it that day.
Yeah, that's all right. Just tip it on your head. doesn't matter. Like, it's value, mate. Like, not this other politically minded waffle that you tag us in. And there was something that was somewhat all right, but look, I generally take no notice. If someone can guide Dicko with a bit of, with a firm hand to the reality of life, that'd be good. But yeah, tweet of the week. You're trying to make this segment something, and to get it there,
I just like firing you up.
You're gonna have to fucking lift, mate. I'm just gonna have to lift.
I'm worried about you and your Liberal Party. They're a bit shaky.
I'm not a Liberal Party. I'm now voting for the
shooters and fishers.
Yeah, I have voted for the shooters and fishers, which goes to a national, which goes to Liberal. But look, I'm voting for people who look after things I like, which would be, the fishing. I like the idea of Dennis Napthines, where he was going to build the East-West Link. That really shit me when they pulled that. Well, that cost me 20 hours a week. Not 20 hours a week, like 20 hours a year annually in wasted time sitting in traffic. Like that just shit me to no end. So anyone who supports fishing, racing, there's a couple of winners there.
Okay, I reckon we should start the races.
How long have we been going for? Bloody hell. Right. Race by race. Caulfield, what do you got?
Memsie Stakes Day, Caulfield. Rails out 60 and tyre. There's a little bit of wind predicted, 15 and 20k southwesterly. I don't think that's going to cause much of a concern if it stays around that range. There's a little bit of rain each day. There's a bit today, there's a little bit predicted for tomorrow, and there's a little bit predicted for Saturday. To my mind, it's just basically, it's better than they have to water it. If the track of a race perfect, it'll be a good fall. What do you think?
Yeah, look, it is Melbourne weather. Like, it's not an exact science. I do like watching Jane Bunn, but it's not an exact science. I'd like a little bit of sting out, just that little bit, like a soft 5 would be. I know there's been a lot of talk about the track management and all that, and good, soft, and whatever. But I think on the, somewhere between a soft 5 and a good 4 would be.
I thought the Moonee Valley track on Saturday was sensational.
Yeah, well, the only reason I look.
Sandown was even and fair yesterday. It was a fucking hard day because every horse could win.
If you get you want the tracks even and fair, but
no, you don't. You want to bias.
For punting you do, but for bookmaking you don't want to bias.
Yeah, well, for punting, which funds the whole fucking show, I'd like a bias. A gentle, like, use your brain to figure out the bias before someone else does.
Anyway, my point in question is, I think early in the season it wouldn't hurt to have just that little bit of give, because you don't want the good horses breaking down. Like, getting the good horses. At the end of the day, you want people to track and you want people watching and enjoying the sport. and having the good horses there
Yeah.
helps them do that. But anyway, look, race 1, I can go through the odds because I've got them up here. We've got a short favourite in Jamar, Red Aldo, Jamar's 220, Red Aldo 360, High Church 750, and Dwayne Dunn's Mountain Zibier $8.50. This is a small field distance race.
Mate, I saw Gator use the line. It's a great line. This is like a Liberal Party. There's no natural leader here. There's nothing. There's no pace here. Who's going to lead?
Well, who's the natural leader of the Labor Party? Like, none of them. They're all...
Bill Shorten. He's been there for 4 years.
Yeah, he's just another bloody unionist. But going back to
Scott Morrison's from the Shire, mate. God's country. The birthplace of
do you
modern
know
Australia.
Do you know what the funniest thing is?
I'm a ScoMo man.
Oh, I'm not actually worried about this, but Bill Shorten's in the Labor Party. He went to Xavier College. Like, couldn't he just went to North Tech in Warrnambool? Like, you know, all the Labor voters in Warrnambool go to? Like, yeah. Well, anyway, it's... Look, there's not much difference between the Liberal and Labor. I've said this all the time.
Good. Talk about the races.
You just brought it up. I just want them to do their shit and do the right thing by me. Like, that's pretty much it. leave me alone. Keep the ATO off me back. Like, you know, or whatever.
They're no good.
Right. Looking at this race, if this was at Flemington, Jamar would just be a living certainty with a big long straight. I'm a little bit concerned that this track with 6 metres out could favour the leaders. Red Alto is short enough after being beaten in a benchmark 88. Jamar might be on a Melbourne Cup prep or not, or looking for bigger and better things.
I think Jamar's like on a prep to see if it's any good.
Yeah,
kind of thing. Like
Bendigo Cup, something like that. But
it was $5 and drifted when winning.
Yeah, but the rest of these high churches,
the same grade of race, and now that with no pace at all, you want the horse with a turn of foot here.
Yeah, which look, I think it'll win, but I just race 1 on the day, the map. But the thing is, High Church 8-year-old, Tall Ship 8-year-old, Masters F a 7-year-old. Those 3 horses are probably past their best. Look, it's not a betting proposition, but if I had a gun to my head, I'd be on Jamar.
Yeah, Jamar on top, but keen to find High Church and Midterm in the yard. I think this is a really tactical little race. I don't want to be with Regan Bayliss at the shorts, race 1.
Regan Bayliss is a good rider.
We're not sure what the track's doing, and this horse is going to be buried probably. I like the look of D Lane, B Mellon, and proactive sort of ride here can win this race.
Yep, agreed.
And Midterms on the back up wasn't suited last start.
Here you go.
Gets Mellon on.
This grinds my goat. It's the first day of spring, and they've scheduled a 0 to 78 race.
Is this part of Walshy's wisdom?
No, this is just doesn't excite me one bit.
Race 2, 1200 metres, benchmark 78.
Okay, I'll get the odds.
$60,000 race.
Yeah, great. Holbein 440. Lower down the race here, we've got Lady of Flanders 480.
Is 5s, best odds. Grey Shadow 5s. Oberland 950. Sheriff Johnstone 12s. Tesla 13s. Barbecue 12s, along with the rest.
Yep, that's it. Holbein trialled well enough to win this, in my opinion, and if the track's slightly leaderish, it goes right in. Coming through its win at Flemington was very good. It was still good in the Caulfield Guineas. Bendigo's Guineas. It comes up second prep, maybe a bit stronger. As I said, trial well. It's the one I'd want to be with. Big query about Grey Shadow. Same sort of thing. The second prep could have improved a lot. Has trained by Darren Weir. Probably maps okay. I know you've got it mapped well back, but I think it'll sit a bit further forward than what you've got it mapped. But once again, 0 to 78 race. If they led all the way in the first and Jamar got beat, I'll be keeping Holbein in my back pocket.
Holbein likely wins, yeah? Trialled well, see how it parades, maybe a bet, but I really want to avoid betting to these low races on these tricky days.
It's out of Piero too. It ticks a few boxes.
Yeah, it's a really nice horse.
It maps well. But yeah, 0 to 78, I don't like seeing these races on us.
Yeah, I'm not interested.
It
Race
should be,
3, 400 metres, Mares, Handicap, Samovar, 550, Istria, 550, Artie's Dream Winner, 6s, Miss Gardenia, 7s, Spannerhead, 7s, Bellaria, 10s, Par Matin, 13s, Soho Ruby, 19s, Longer, the rest.
You read them out to 20 to 1 almost, mate. No wonder we've got no time left on the show. Samovea has got the class edge on these. I've laid the shit out of this horse that often. It has been a great money spinner for me. But
This is it's got group form. And this is
now, what odds would Silence Edition be in this race?
yeah, exactly. I agree.
So it's round second to Silence Edition. First, it's got Mark Zara on, barrier 11. I think it might be a touch of value. I'm not a big weight over 12, 1400. I know it's 1400 first up, but the weight's not over the shorter sprint distance. The weight doesn't make as big of impact. Samovar's the one for me at those. Like, if it's right, if you find this in the yard, this should be 280.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
So, and then
Zara, great booking.
Yep. You've got the two horses of Drew's mates, the Daly Stud, or the Sheiks, whatever you want to call them. Godolphin. Sorry, not Daly. Godolphin. The Blue Jackets. They probably come into it, but no, Samovea will sit close on the pace midfield, and it might be just a better animal than these. I think it's value, but if it's woolly and not fit in the yard and wanting it.
Yeah, Nick Noonan reckons trials are okay, so it's 140 days between runs. I don't reckon it'll be that far away. I think it's a good price here, 550.
Yep.
I think the other one that's good odds here is Soho Ruby. Trialled really well, I thought, or good enough for it. It's a horse with ability. When right runs, it really lets down. It always parades as it's going to run.
But it will get well back in the field and against the fence.
Yeah, but drawn 3, he might be able to not be as far back. Because the horse lacks that genuine speed out of the gates. When it's drawn outside, it has to go back. It could be midfield here.
Well, once again, these. If the tips come through Samovea on top, I'm happy to have a really good bet on it. If not, I'll just be sitting on my hands.
Yeah. Race 4, 400 metres, open handicap. Market is as follows. Night's Watch, 250. Poetic Dream, 8. Murahib, 750. Streets of Avalon, 11s.
Big odds.
Androsen, 13s. Rapidhole, 15s. And Willy Willy, 17s. Longer the rest. Now,
can I ask
Streets
you
of
to
Avalon
do,
is nommed in Sydney as well.
Can I ask you to do me a favour?
Less odds.
Don't quote Bet365 odds, because anyone watching this show shouldn't be able to get on with them now because they'd be barred by now because they should be winning. Anyone paying for the products would not be able to get on with it.
They can.
Jeez.
It's not hard to get on. You need to talk to get this.
I've had accounts barred in 2 days from them.
Because you launch too hard.
I don't even have to launch. Like, you have to have $50 on one, and it's $50 at one at 20s, and it starts 8s and gets beat. So they still close your account.
You bet to win 4.
Yeah, but they. I might get a. They pay well, this joint, I reckon. But then again, righto. But it's 240 with most of the bookies. Night's Watch.
It's 245. Bet easy.
Yeah, you can get on Bet Easy. So
250 Unibet. We're allowed to quote them.
Yeah, Unibet will let you on. I'll just take your promotions off you quickly, but they will let you on, which is good. Night's Watch with a clear run goes close, but it's going to get. It could be fall back the fence on a leader's track. I'd be very hesitant to take the short odds about this. Really big query in this race is this Poetic Dream.
It was heavy first up.
Yeah, it was backed off the map first up.
An unsuitable trip. Guess 1400 suits a little bit better.
Suits better, and beaten six lengths by Voodoo Lad's not bad form for a race like this. So it's a real query runner.
I reckon if it stays in Melbourne, your horse Streets of Avalon, it's good odds here.
It maps well in this race too. It gets
That's
in
what I'm saying.
Yeah, it
makes its own luck. Probably sits behind Androsen. Rapidhole probably has to come over, or Sadaka.
Yep.
Comes across.
Oh look, I don't mind Shane Nichols as a trainer. As I said, I've just got a dirty taste in my mouth about this horse because I got beaten at.
Zach Spain rode 2 winners yesterday at Sandown. He might be turning the corner.
That's possibility too. There's a lot of things I've got to retract from.
No, you're allowed to bag trainers and jockeys. It's like punters. It all goes around.
Yeah.
There you have your runs.
Oh, the thing.
Zach Spain might be turning the corner.
But the problem with these kids is I treat them like adults. Some 17-year-old kids have got a bit of an improvement in it. But he rode it an absolute treat at Caulfield and not a treat.
Held on though. They did it for him.
Yeah, but it wasn't a treat for my pocket. Like as I said, the ride of the race. But Murahib was unsuited last start. Jamie Carr goes on barrier 2. It might get a better run in the race as well. Like the two horses I'd be wary of are Murahib and Poetic Dream. at 240, Night Watch has to go in for something just clearly because of the way it maps.
The Fastnet Tempest gets any bigger than 19s and is okay in the yard.
Yep.
Well, it's going to be coming home almost as quick as Night's Watch.
Yeah, I agree. Yep. So you're both on the same page. I think it's short enough. Light My Veins got bar plates on too. Barrier 14. I know it's big on, so I don't like that.
Just tried really poorly.
Yeah, of course it's got bar plates on. They slow them down.
Righto, race 5, 700 metres, listed handicap, 120k race. Call Me Handsome favourite, $3.10. Homesman, $6, $6.50 Unibet. Miss Admiration was massive odds last start, hit the line pretty well, $6.50. Wheel Leisure, 17s, longer the rest.
Yeah, well, Homesman beat Elmander to first up. Like, Homesman, well, once again, this is a 5-year-old, European-bred horse. This could just turn up and roll along close to lead with Mellon aboard and blow him away. I'm a big rap for the class of Homesman. I personally believe that Call Me Handsome is rock bottom odds. It's drawn well. It will get a good run in transit, but a couple of these European horses are just a better quality horse in my opinion. Big Duke wasn't hopeless last start. It'll be running on, but I marked three clearly on top. But once again, the joys of having what did someone call you? Not the bearded burble, Lorex Hunt, but someone called you something on Twitter. I sort of found it funny. I reckon you've got to have a shave soon anyway, mate.
Why is that? Because you can't grow a beard.
I can grow a fucking massive beard, mate.
Bullshit. I'll shave mine off if you grow yours.
After I get to about 6 days, I'll sit there and scratch and itch. Custody pimples.
I don't think you can grow shit.
Oh, right, okay.
You can't rogaine your face. You can do the top.
Yeah. Anyway, Holmes, I'll be happy to take on Call Me Handsome at the current quote of 310. Homesman, if it's right in the yard, which I'll find out 5 minutes before they jump,
I checked the database. It paraded a little bit heavy first up last prep, and it's still pissed in, remember?
Yeah. Well, it didn't piss in, it won by nose, but it beat
a Melbourne Cup winner.
Yeah, and then it's been beaten 2.2 lengths, pattern against by Harlem in the Australian, like second up. So like this could hemorrhage as well. Wheel Leisure went through the line really well last start.
Agreed.
It's big odds, and as I said, you just got to be really careful of these weird imports in Big Duke and Mr. Garcia. Mr. Garcia, I think, won first up at Flemington.
Yeah, it did. In a carnival, bit of a shit race.
Yeah, but D-Lane aboard. Yeah, if you're getting the Mountain Yard Mail and Shit Britches here puts out for 1 unit, you can double that up.
Talk about Rogan and he starts calling you Shit Britches. Fucking hell.
Yeah, righto. So,
right.
What do you think?
The only way I'll be playing here is with a positive parade from some horses at odds. I am disgusted at $3 Call Me Handsome. I think it's a low of the day. Even Homesman at 6s is right around sort of where it should be. A horse like Ventura Storm has ability, could have had, could be much further forward than it ever has been first up because it hasn't delivered. They want to get some wins on the board.
No, but they had some. This had some. The reason I haven't actually put this horse in there, it had some injury concerns. When it first got here, it was going really well.
Yeah, it's flying.
Yeah, and there's something not 100% right with it. I don't think it's a sound horse.
Okay.
Which
still, if it parades, if it walks well, tells me it's right.
Yeah.
Garcia was good. I thought Sin to win with a good parade is the right odds to have a bet. Miss Admiration we backed last start at huge odds. Now in a better race, they want us to take $6.50. It's a ridiculous price. I thought Wheel Leisure was overs, and I thought Lord Durante, if it's on pace, we could launch each way here. This horse is ready to win. I wanted to back it last week. If I had run it at Moonee Valley last week, it would have fucking run a hole for sure. I stand out as a movers bet. Well, each way, it would have run a hole.
If it's leaderish, this is what. Well, if it's leaderish, Jack and Obey.
Yeah, it's right in it.
And Lord Durante will go to the top. And Call Me Handsome will get annoyed.
Yeah, which is why $3 Call Me Handsome's ridiculous. Because there's not many horses here you can pen.
And then and Homesman will just sit up behind him and roll over the top of him.
Yeah. I'd have Homesman in front of Call Me Handsome by quite a way at odds, at price in the race, but just about value on the day, yeah?
Yep.
Race 6, 1,200 metres, Group 3, McNeil Stakes, 1,200.
This is a difficult lot of horses to evaluate. I got a message today from a fellow who said Almerton they had a reasonable opinion of, but I know we spoke to someone from the Hay stable a week or so ago, and they said that Tony and Coney was probably the best 3-year-old there. Tony and Coney was professional enough last start, but I don't know, I think I'll still put it in as favourite. I'm happy to sort of probably go with Almerton a bit. Also, our trial man said that Bondi was a superior trial. Encryption's not a bad horse. Encryption, Almerton, Bondi.
Tricky race.
Yeah. Ollivander was just ordinary last start.
Gone.
Yeah. Native Soldier was a good last start, but strong barrier 16. No, look, I'll probably be holding on to Almerton and Bondi. So $7 and $8. I know that's about 30% of the market, but I'll bet up the rest, sort of thing.
Look, Nuclear Blitz, $31 with a tab. We're allowed to. Is that alright to talk about?
Yeah, because you know what the best thing about a tab is? You can go there and just bang it all. You can actually set it up and send all your luckies around to all the EBT machines or whatever, and just go bang and hit them at the one time and really get up them.
Then it wins, and then the bloke's off the kittens with fucking saddies and God knows what.
Yeah,
you got to trust those boys big time.
The tab's alright. If you ring up with your phone account and you want to bet, they go, no, sorry, sir, it's over the limit. Whereas if you go up the counter and you can punch, the best one, they used to be able to punch through a pile of tickets and go ting, 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 and then just stop, and they'll be on for, when they first come out, like, $20 fixed odds.
You could feed the ticket through. I don't know what it's like here, because I've never used the machine, basically.
Since
I came to Victoria. Sorry guys, technical difficulty.
Back from the interval. What are you tipping race 6,
Race
Dicko?
6. Look, I'm impressed with Tony and Coney as a type first up. I thought it was pretty brave. I think it was two smart ones chasing it. I think Native Soldier was one of them, and this race is a little bit trickier for it. It sort of had a nice run last time. It won't get that run here, whereas Tony and Coney makes its own luck. So I wouldn't be laying Tony and Coney, but I want to bet around it. I think Bondi is a bet. It'll get a beautiful run here. The other one I'm interested in is Nuclear Blitz at big odds. It's the 31s there. It was pretty good last week. It backs up. It was extremely fat. Well, not extremely fat. It was heavier. I don't think there was a chance of running a race last week. It ran well. It could well jump out of the ground here.
Don't mind backing Mick Kent horses either. Righto, because I've dribbled and talked
Nuclear
shit
Blitz
and appealed to the masses, let's just get into race 7.
Nuclear Blitz isn't Mick Kent, is it?
Isn't it? It used to be Mick Kent, wasn't it?
No, it's Hawks.
Sorry, apologies. Yeah. Sorry. Well, I don't mind backing Mick Kent.
Just so you know.
Yeah, just so you know.
Race 7, the Memsie Stakes, 400 metres, Group 1, weight for age. Market is as follows. Vega Magic, $2.80. Kementari, $4.40. Happy Clapper, $5.50. Grunt, $9.50. Kingswell Dream, 10s. Showtime, 11s, longer the rest.
Fair dinkum horses here will win this race.
Which one?
The fair dinkum horses will win this race. If this is slightly leaderish, Vega Magic just comes into its own because it'll roll along, and
He ticks a few boxes, doesn't he?
yeah, if it's leaderish, Vega Magic will be hard to beat. If it's a fair track, I think we'll see a better horse in Kementari too. Kementari, if they can run on Kementari, I think it's a fair dinkum horse. And Happy Clapper's got the runs on the board too. I thought that it was a race in 3.
What do you make of Vega Magic's blinkers off though?
Well, they're
How do you read that?
D. Oliver's riding it. It's an astute stable. I'm happy to go with what they know. Query running. Well, not Query. I didn't think Kings will Dream will back up again over 1400. It looks to me like it's just having a run.
It is, surely. I think they're just sticking in weight for age races to avoid the penalty for the cup.
If this is a fair track or slightly, they're getting out past the middle, this race really stacks up with a heap of pace. Vega Magic, Jungle Edge, Showtime.
Dollar for dollar, we'll try and go forward, I think.
Exactly. So if it's proper leaderish, Vega Magic's just got a bigger heart and its cruising speed is really high. But I think we could, if it's a run on track, we could see the real Kementari. And look, Happy Clapper is just an iron horse, and it's half suited to the 1400. It's had a couple of trials, but yeah, I thought the winner would come from Vega Magic, Kementari, or Happy Clapper, which doesn't do much for me as a tipster because I've just tipped the first three in the market. But
I'm happy to oppose Kementari at the current price. I think Glenn Schofield, that map, he'll think this horse is a superstar. He'll ride it like that. It'll get no favours in the run. Kings will Dream will run past it in the straight, I think. That horse is fucking flying, and they won't even be trying to win.
No, they're not trying to win. I don't think they're trying to win.
I think Vega Magic's race to lose. He's lost once. He's lost one time, second up, 5 from 6. He might not have ever lost at Caulfield. The only slight concern I have is this blinkers off. It's confusing to me. Why would you change anything? I love that Ollie's stuck. Doesn't need anything to happen. He'll make his own luck. If the track's fair, he's bulletproof. If it's on pace, he's even better. Showtime's the wrong price. He should be shorter. The only problem he's got is Jungle Edge will probably cross him, and then he'll get that.
Jungle Edge was tough last start.
That he'll get Jungle Edge dropping in his ass, and Showtime's going from an outside draw to an inside draw, which I think is quite a negative, because he had to cross and just put himself in the race.
Yep.
Whereas I guarantee you he'll get crossed here. He'll be box seat and bottled up if he's flying. But there's a big chance of coming. Every horse out of that the Showtime race has a huge chance of having a flat run here, I think.
I agree.
Flew.
Yep.
So, pending mounting yard, I want to launch Vega Magic and I want to launch Happy Clapper. I realise that they're the first and third horses in the market, but I can still make a fair bit of money out of that.
We're all pretty much on the same page.
Yeah, Happy Clapper's trialled sweet for this. They want to get in the Everest. I reckon.
Yeah, they're going for a mile.
They've got to win this race. We've run a big race. So I want the two horses that want to go to the Everest, not the other horses that want to win Caulfield Cups, etc.
Righto. How's this race, eh?
Perfect. Keep going.
How's this race, eh? Now, the big man on campus has just walked up the stairs, so our technical difficulties.
What you've been downloading onto your phone, but the data keeps...
Drewsy, do you want to come around?
It's unlimited data, mate.
Hey, hold on, mate. We're doing this show here, mate. Now turn around.
Try and be professional. You wouldn't come on. Now you're here disrupting us.
Stick your head in behind there. Drew's been very busy tonight. If anyone's seen the ad on Twitter, he was just vetting prospective employees. So, right. So, race 8. Now, do you want to read these odds out here, mate? Or do you want me? I've got them up.
Yeah, you go.
Righto, Voodoo Lad, $3.20. Brave Smash, $7.50. Santa Ana Lane, $8. Ball of Muscle, $9.50, which I think's very short. Double figures. No, this Kimono, the Japanese horse, is well in the market at $5.50. My thoughts on the race, or do you want to do a map?
I want to predict your thoughts.
Okay, predict your thoughts.
Voodoo Lad's going in.
What do you mean?
You're going to lay Voodoo Lad because it's just about. It almost deserves that price, but it goes Ollie to Bradley.
That's a good point.
And it's buried fence, so you fucking hate it because he's a no good.
Yeah, I actually. This is a very difficult race in the fact that Santa Ana Lane's a run on horse. Brave Smash will probably get midfield. Voodoo Lad will sit midfield but may sit in front of Santa Ana Lane. Rich Charm had that injury concern, which is no good. Cliff's Edge will be just having a run. Dothraki is an 8-year-old. I don't like backing the older horses as a general rule. White PO is a real query runner for mine. Ball of Muscle's got synthetic hoof filler in, is on pace, and I
trialled poorly for an 8-year-old.
And it's an 8-year-old, and I just don't think it's up to it. First Among Equals should have won and beat Innkeeper at Swan Hill.
Let's not bring that up again. Why would you do that?
Crystal Dreamer's not up to it. Heart of a Lion, South Australian horse. It's a 9-year-old. Massive query, these Japanese horses. They ran Darren Weir at Warrnambool, D-Lane. I don't know what to do. Furyk is one of my horses, but I prefer it in mare's grade. I do come back to Voodoo Lad, but it's very short. Trial Spy, well not Trial Spy, our trial man, who's not the Trial Spy in particular, said YPO. It looks like a horse with a bit of upside, YPO. A couple of runs, Voodoo Lad is just absolutely hemorrhaged. Like I think of that run at Caulfield and the John Monash where it just like 350 and 280 and it was a bit fat, like as in fat in the yard. I'm with Voodoo Lad on top.
Really?
Santa Lane's got 2 trials on fit. I just think Voodoo Lad might be in front of Santa Lane in the run. But once again, the track patterns are key. If they're on pace here, I'd be probably happy to have something on YPO at double figures if it's an on-pace track. But this is a difficult race for mine.
I think Voodoo Lad's too short. I think the horse is flying. It's the most likely winner of the race, but it's too short. Does that make sense?
Yeah, well, that's a bookmaker's point of view.
Okay.
I'm putting it in, not because it can't win, I'm putting it in because it's the wrong odds.
It's going to be needs a lot of luck where it's going to be. I reckon...
Right, Smash the real query horse.
I'm keen to follow Nick Noonan's tip here, YPO. It's up to this, I reckon, with a good trial on pace. So there's my on pacer against Ball of Muscle. I'm 100% winning Cliff's Edge.
Yeah, because you love it.
I love the horse. It'll parade well. If it doesn't, we won't be in the numbers. But if it does, it's the wrong price here. It'll be on pace. It won't stop running. They've got to catch it. Dothraki against the trials. Just watch the market, this Asian thing. What else can you do? If it hemorrhages, maybe just dodge the whole race.
Yeah.
Brace Smash, I think's been given a different... It's totally speculative, but I think it's been given a bit of a different prep here. Like
it's a hard horse to catch.
It doesn't sort of get those sort of trips, so we're going to keep it a little bit shorter. I wouldn't be surprised. It's not around 1100 from what I could see.
No, not.
So first up 1100, I wouldn't be surprised if it sort of ran out of the ground here. This is a horse with a big turn of foot. And Santa Ana Lane will be the horse running home best.
It'll close. Yeah, this might be a good form race.
So if you're against Voodoo Lad, you can take like YPO at 11s. You can have something on Cliff's Edge at 41s. You can have like a sort of save just a win on Brace Smash and a little bit of a result.
Just really watch a Fury because if it runs through the line, wait till it gets to Mare's Grade, it'll blow them away.
Yeah, I thought his trial's pretty good. So did Nick, and I bet you it runs a pretty nice race. Probably. A flashing light run, like I ran into Arses.
Yeah.
It's back to Mare's fucking bang.
Bang, yep. Back to Mare's at one of those Mooney Valley Mare's races with the rail and the true with it, where they're scoping around the, velodrome around the corner.
Grouse,
Ronda.
Race 9, 1200, Group 3. Set weights and penalties, Mares. I am excited. Heads the market at $4.40. Catchy $6. Jamaican Rain, $7.50 for our man Richie Lamming.
Yeah,
Petition 10s, Creativity 13s, Leather and Lace 13s, Realito 13s, longer the rest.
Richie Lamb will be back stronger and better than ever. He's got
done a bit of finance.
No. He got 2 months today.
Did he?
I think so. Yeah, it's a race. That's what I thought you'd.
Let's not talk about that.
Yeah, no, it was only.
The last thing we want to do is last time we went to Caulfield, we had to start the day early. Remember?
Oh yeah, no. He got 2 months. I know that it was only. He got 2 months. Only minor infraction, I suppose you'd call it, wouldn't it? Anyway, so right, I can kick off here. This race is
fucked.
No. I don't mind this race at all. Like, Catchy is probably the superior animal, but Barrier 1 this stage in the Dame where it maps is real. It's not going to be much good to it. I'm excited. Is a bit of a feed income horse. It's had 2 trials in Sydney, which puts it in good stead. Jamaican Rain is like its prep last start was bloody. You couldn't expect.
There's softer races than this, but it just went. Here I am, bang. Yeah. Here I am, bang.
But it's got Craig Williams aboard too, so he could just roll, get out past the middle, and just.
I don't think Craig suits a horse though.
Well, it's one with Chelsea McFarlane, Brian Park, and Tegan Harrison on board, and you got Craig Williams on now. Like, surely, I think it's got a good chance. Creativity, as I said, is better suited over sprint distance. Creativity's run, and half missed the kick, 100 up. It's the one at odds, but look, I think I'm excited in Jamaican Rain. Depending on track pattern and that Catchy in this mare's race it's got a big motor, turn of foot, as they say, and if it is on pace, Creativity will get a good run. But they're the 4 I'll be sort of working around bookmaking, but Caulfield's been an absolute graveyard for bookmakers for the last 2 years, and it's hard to go against the grain. Like I'm sure the bloke's doing the stats out there, but a lot of these well-backed horses, on-pace horses, just seem to win. So I won't be doing anything outlandish like I did last time in, where I did my lemon and sass. So
Big fella's giggling at you.
No, you shouldn't be giggling. He's got his hands in his pockets playing with his balls. So we'll just roll through. It's an interesting day. I think we both agree.
Can I tip in the last race? Or?
No, it doesn't make any difference what you tip, mate. Because you just get there and you go, oh, yeah, got a nice big ass on this horse. Yeah, put in the numbers, 5 units, hits the line. You go, yeah, punters. That's what I'm fucking here to do.
Look, I've got one here at odds.
Right.
I reckon Modern Wonder is the wrong price. Fourth up with blinkers on.
Barrier 15.
Crosses, on pace, each way.
It's not going to cross Prussian Vixen or something.
It'll cross and be right in. It'll be in the first 4 or 5 horses in the run. Would it be out of the question for a DK horse to get the blinkers on fourth up and explode?
No, it wouldn't. Actually, the one horse we haven't mentioned here is Demerara out of barrier 20. They'll scratch that.
They've scratched it.
They have.
Look,
yeah, of course.
26ers, Modern Wonder each way, I think is a great bet. I thought Crystal Fountain was big odds. Relito's big odds. Creativity's big odds. I'm excited as Poison. So I'd either play Crystal Fountain, Modern Wonder, Relito and Creativity all to win, or just go Modern Wonder each way, sort of 1 by 4. I really think
we've got conflicting opinions on the last race, of course.
Which would be good.
But
so you'll be biggest odds Modern Wonder?
Oh, I'm not going to be... You know the way I work, I like laying favourites. I'm not going to be biggest odds in Modern Wonder. But, you know,
finding out, big fella.
You're not winding me up. You're playing the full...
Okay, best bet.
Best bet, I think if they lead, I think Holbein's really well in that race early in the card today.
I'm happy to play in the big race. I want to back Vega Magic and Happy Clapper.
You're having 2 picks.
Yeah. Staking 2 horses in the one race.
No, I'm happy to back Holbein.
Value bet, Walshy.
Value bet is... Value bet might be some of... Well, it's not really value, some of there.
Yeah, it's alright.
It's not... it's a difficult card for me to...
launch at on Thursday night.
Oh, yeah, I just want to see the track patterns and that. But I am happy to put in Night's Watch for something, and I'm definitely happy to put in Call Me Handsome. We're both pretty much on the same page.
Yeah, my value bet's Modern Wonder in race 9, and I'm happy to lay Call Me Handsome. I'd be scared if I was Walshy to lay Night's Watch, although I don't think it's a bet at that price.
Yeah, look, it's got. When I say it's
horse will piss in down the outside, you go, fuck, I was done.
But I'm not going to stand it out the gate. It'll be going in for something like it's. Yeah. What else have we got to do here, mate? Have we got any...
That's it, we're done. Case bet cup will be the Memsie, so you're going to pick
one. Hold on, Memsie then. We've got to have a go at this, don't we?
So we'll pick outside of ours. I'll take...
Oh, the Memsies? Oh, shit. Didn't leave myself with much.
I'll take Kingswell Dream.
Yeah, well, that...
Will you take, do you want it? You can have it.
No, I don't want that. I'll go have a clap as
$9. Second, third favourite, you can't have it, or I'll take it.
I hate all these horses. But the thing is, no, I don't want to take that. If I really want to take something that probably won't run last, I'd take Humidor. But yeah, I'll take Humidor just if it's around the Like really, I mean, yeah, right. Case bet
cup's a Memsie Stakes.
Now, Drew, what are you taking? Because you're not allowed.
What are you taking?
What are you taking, Drew? And you can't.
What do we got? You fucking should know. Drew, why should people get involved in the podcast? 5 for 5 memberships.
You're getting about 300 minutes of podcast for freaking $5. I mean, you're getting Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Yeah. Right, Drew. What's your tip of the Memsie?
So that's why I'm good at podcasts, not very good at videos. If you give me something at odds, I'll take Jungle Edge.
Right.
Oh, I hope that drops out and runs last. Any morals for the weekend, Drizzy?
Any Crockett's or...
It's short, but Red Zell to beat the Invincible Star, you're going to get $1.70 for Red Zell. I'm very happy to take that.
For fuck's
sake. Alright, no, fair enough. Alright, anything else?
There's good things in life. Fishing, beer, women.
Women. Cats.
Cats. Betfair robes.
She said Bet. It's sent one to Lambourne. Lambourne's got mine and hasn't told me about it. I know I've got sent to you, Marcus.
How fat is the Betfair? The Betfair merch is just the absolute grouse at the moment. There's some good shit.
And that's what you're playing for in the Case Bet Cup.
Yeah, it's big thanks to Betfair. Drinking Mountain Goat still because Dicko's been back in winners, but
We could be something on the horizon. Ross Brody, our man.
Punting form has helped out substantially in the beer funds, but not only the beer funds, the punting form has helped.
And this is what we're talking about with the punting form.
They can't see shite, mate.
Doesn't work.
Yeah, right. Just log on, have a look. I think see what happens.
So you're able to make your own market and adjust your own market, and then do your own speed map. And say you don't like that horse, there you can move it up.
We might have a word.
You go there.
See if we can get a login.
You go
for
there.
A week's free trial.
Blah blah
or
blah.
something like that.
It is a great tool. You can be operating this
Dicko,
yourself and learning and starting to craft your own markets just as
Dicko,
a way to start for $10 a week, I think, or a month. $10 a week. A month.
I believe so.
I think it's $10 a week.
Why don't we try and have a word to the boys up there because they're big supporters of the show. I'm sure might be able to do something where they can give it a weekend trial or something for the.
No, $10 a week. If they're not going to pay $10,
$10
they're not
a
going to
week.
get it. Fucking.
Right,
Serious, it's the best tool you'll ever use.
all the best.
I hope you're back in winners. Catch up.